I feel like the problem is. Oh, see, J Mike, this is gonna work. I need my pop filter. Gosh darn it! I feel like the problem. I can't get loud. I can't get excited. I have to just keep it. I have to get on my Sigmund Bloom vibe tonight. Okay, so tonight on the open bar, we're going to be shout out Sig. Anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, that I feel like I can't when we do this, first time doing this, first time podcasting ever, you and I together, that I can't really like surprise you, like slide you in. I feel like I couldn't set you up for something to potentially embarrass you, to potentially have you sing, to get you to do something that you just don't necessarily do. And I'm going to work on that in the event that we do this again. I'm gonna take that football from you, just like this, and you'll be kicking and screaming.
But why? But I guess I would more than anything want to know why. Why do you feel that why is that your goal to attain? To treat me like Charlie Brown and Lucy? I don't understand why that would be the goal. Speaking of, I'm a month late. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to us.
When is our anniversary?
Sometime in July. Let me double check.
We got to go back and count the episodes. I think that's what we should do tonight is just share the screen, go to Anchor, and just scroll down and figure out how, and just count and just reminisce, this is our first and last anniversary episode of the Open Bar ish.
Siri, how do we get 0 listeners? Go back and count episodes. Sweet. Super duper sweet.
People are gonna really think this is like an anniversary show. People in the chat. It is. And everyone should be here for us. I bet this looks so weird. To people. I think it should. We usually got a 6-pack. Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. I don't know that people are going to be ready for this. I think people are going to be a little bit nervous. They're going to think something's wrong. They're going to think that this is an anniversary that we're celebrating because maybe the podcast is ending. They're going to be thinking lots of rumors are going to swirl about what's going on here.
Yeah.
Already.
I know. They're wondering. The people need to know. They're like, y'all need to realize that we don't actually come for you too. You just happen to be, the avenue that we cut the corner to the people that we actually want to kick it with. That's fair. Sam's not ready for a solo Gabe and J Mike. You know what? I'm not even going to share the link. Now I'm not even going to. Oh, what link? Oh, what link, Gabe?
Ooh.
You say, oh.
They don't know though.
All right, J Mike. First of all, how you doing, bro?
Every day's a good day to grow, my guy. Pretty happy to be here with you on, as you so aptly put in the tweet there, Mamba Day. Shout out to everybody out there with the Mamba mentality. R.I.P. Kobe. Like that. I see you.
Come on,
Kobe
baby.
Bryant, Mamba mentality. Let's get it. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to switch up the cadence of what we're doing. Second week back in a row, and the NFL season's upon us. Travis Etienne hath died a terrible death, and I'm here in my Jacksonville apparel to mourn a little bit with you, as well as have some fun and maybe get into some nonsense this evening.
You said in the pre-show, the Pulp Premium content, that you were kind of up in the air of doing the eulogy for ETN tonight.
Up in the air, yes.
Yeah,
that's a great way to put that. I am. Here's the problem. I am essentially putting everything that's happened in Jacksonville, anything awful that's happened long before he got here, all the way up until this point, at the feet of Urban Meyer. Urban's awful. I don't want this to turn into some talk radio thing that I get into. Urban Meyer, fire him. He's awful. He's got offers to go coach USC, and I don't want to get into that. I just want to say, Sweet Prince Etienne, we're here for you. We're not giving you up. Not this easy. Not this soon. You'll be back, and I'm excited for you. But other than that, it's a celebration tonight. We finna get into
it. The ironic thing is I've been basically trashing the idea of drafting just a running back, period, in the first round for the Jaguars. And then here we are, like, you don't realize what you got till it's gone. So I'm sorry I said what I said, Etienne. Would rather have you playing football than not playing football. But this is true. I mean, what, top five, top two, and he's not two.
Top two, and he's not two. J-Rob, let's
J-Rob.
go.
UDFAs matter. Look,
there he is, right on cue.
He knows. It could happen. Little JP on it. JP to J-Rob says it could happen. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps up the show, at least for you and I, at least for Duval, Sis to all of. I'm just kidding. Come on. What y'all thought? I bet people think I'm about to bring in like 4 NFL players to the.
They really think that. They really think that.
So like, tonight we.
Who are the GIF?
Yeah. What y'all know? Who are the football players that actually kind of support fantasy football? Like Eckler, I know he loves fantasy football. Eckler's I think AJ Dillon's kind of surfaced and said he loves it. So they're on Juju. Yeah. Okay. They're not on the show, but you're on the show. That's right. You're on the show. Well, if you want to be. So check me out. I just did this. This is the first time probably in Twitter history, probably most definitely in open bar history, in podcasting history, maybe. I don't know. But I tweeted it out, J Mike. I did it. What did I tweet? Well, let me do a quick little screen share and show you. I'll show you what I did. Oh, I have no idea which tab this is going to be. Which tab is it going to be?
This could get dicey.
That's not the one. That was not the one. That was close.
The anticipation.
I'm going to try the other one then. This is the one. No, it's not. Why did it, Peter? Gosh. All right, fine. I'll just go to my stinking profile. Do it the old-fashioned way. What's up, Pelabun? 13.9. Dang. Your boy tweeting out here. All right. Oh.
I'm talking.
All right. Check this out. This is the first time. Open bar history. Podcasting history. No one does this. Who does it? No one. I'll even read it for the listeners out there and be like, dang it. I wish I didn't miss the open bar last night. That's right. The open bar pod is actually open. See, that's the thing, J Mike. That's the thing. Is we've been calling ourselves the open bar for years, and yet we're not open. We're actually entirely closed. We invite people onto the show. We hand pick people onto the show. Sometimes even way too specific. Like we've had a Jeff's and Jen's show. Like we were super specific into wanting guests that had a certain name, and that's entirely rude. So what did we do? We said this is a real open bar. It's not the closed bar. It's the open bar. So we're leaving it open to you. Come kick it with us, like in the pod studio, literally here. We'll let you in, if you're, appropriate. I don't know. look, we got families. You know, if we don't recognize you, we're gonna leave. We're gonna push you to the side. I just hope that everyone doesn't like troll us and just no one comes on with us and they're like, oh man, I wasn't ready to pod tonight. I really just wanted to sit in my boxer briefs underneath a sheet in my twin bed and watch the open bar while eating sweet potato fries covered in sugar. And then, of course, the person who literally does that comes on to the show.
You know what? Hold on. Let me put on a light.
I know.
So
What are
you
you
guys can
doing?
see my face. I'm at work. What's up?
We baited you. We knew you would come on first. All right.
I knew it.
We got you on so that we could ridicule you, you know, throw more trade offers at you that we would have given you for Christian McCaffrey. And we're going to make you feel like so regretful. You're going to hate it. You're going to.
I never have regrets. Have you seen my trades? I never regret anything.
Jay.
Is that right? Is that right? Okay.
This lighting is not
J.K.
really good
Dobbins
for me.
fan all of a sudden, huh?
A J.K. Dobbins fan.
Zero RB, huh? Huh?
Hey, now I come at you with Dobbins. I mean, he's younger than McCaffrey. He's on a run first offense. Let me see. I mean, it's got low mileage on it. We got low mileage.
Listen to you right now.
The colors are great. You look like you like purple. You look like you like the color purple.
Huh? Color purple, huh? Sounds like a joke about Whoopi Goldberg and the movie. All right. Well, Tyler, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later.
I mean, the number 27, that's a great number. I mean, it's got history with Baltimore, so that's a plus. Let's see, where else can I go with this? Lamar, I've seen clips that he's throwing to the running back. That's always good. He's got no receivers, so he has to throw to the running back.
I thought this was a
like I said.
pitch.
Or you could go Deandre Swift. I mean, look at him. Yeah, he may be a little out of shape, but have you seen his dad? His dad's going to get him back into shape. First of all, that shocked me how Deandre Swift is out of shape. Like, his dad is like the buffest dude I've ever seen in my life. And Deandre Swift is what, eating potato chips while he's healing his groin? Okay, that did not sound great, but
all right. You're really crushing this open bar spot.
I am. I didn't think you guys would add me right away. I thought I'd sit in the lobby a little bit, so I thought I could prepare myself. But no, it was right away. It was like,
threw you right in.
Yeah.
Yep. Right in.
Yes. So yeah. You know who I want? I want Claypool.
Yeah, you do. Why?
So what was your offer? Swift and Dobbins for Claypool, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to, you know what we need to do? We need to break the barrier of privacy and put the offers out there. The one that was accepted of yours with who was the trade even with? I don't even know. Was it with Whack?
Who? Oh no, it was with Garrett Price.
Oh, Price. Another nerd.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. They're all over the place. Sal's on here saying, why are we talking about backup running backs? I see we have a Gus fan.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I don't really want Dobbins on teams.
Man, this lighting makes me look bald. Did not notice that.
Makes you look
bald. And I'm probably burning right now. So you got like 5 minutes until I get like 3rd degree.
Yep.
Well,
all right. That looks like
I guess that's the thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got a person.
That's a safe person.
All right.
I didn't know what the last person was, so I decided not to. But
A safe person.
I feel like we need rules to this. This is truly the open bar now.
Scott, is that fish? Oh, it
going on,
is.
guys?
Is that like your normal house lighting?
No, actually, we are in a camper.
Oh,
We're in a camper, so it's got a blue light here. And there's my 3-year-old.
hello.
Nice.
Little
Hey, how's the
Nemo.
open bar going tonight?
Oh,
Where are you
Wide
guys
open.
camping at?
splendid, wide open.
Nice. You just didn't plan any guests. You're just like, I'm gonna do whatever tonight. That's the plan.
Yeah, we'd see how it worked. I don't know. See who
Nice.
would be just willing to podcast off the drop of a dime.
Where are you camping? If you can say so without us being creepy.
Yeah.
We
Where
are
you
camping. We're camping in Worthington. Where my grandma's going into hospice this week, so we came down here to see her before she goes into hospice. So
I see. All right.
but do you
Hope
see,
that's a positive
see the big
move
news of the
for you.
day? Somehow I'm gonna go walk away from my 3-year-old here.
Yeah, just leave him. He's fine.
There we go. He'll be fine. Somehow there's this sleeper AJ Dillon league, and they invited me into it. So I got a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Do I draft AJ Dillon before he can? Like, where do you draft AJ Dillon in a league
Round
with
2.
AJ Dillon?
You gotta
Okay,
go
Brian.
round. You gotta go round 1 with that.
Round 1?
You
Yeah.
gotta.
Take the sacrifice.
It's probably
just
it's like a
rebound
charity
after.
thing, isn't it? Just yeah.
Yeah. That does
I
bring
don't-
up a different question. If you were an NFL player, where would you take yourself in a fantasy draft? Would you go first round?
I was just about to say this can only be complete if we actually get a Packer fan in the building to talk about AJ Dillon, and now we can talk about obviously drafting ourselves. Honestly, if it's my league, I'm not drafting me. I want to wait and see when I get drafted, and then I just want to hate on everybody for waiting to draft me so late. That's what I would do.
I mean, I wouldn't draft me just because I'd probably be really bad, but that's just me.
I'd like to offer up a power move here, if you'll allow me. This chance here is you actually draft every running back from the Packers' backfield besides AJ Dillon,
Oh my
and
god!
you do it like consecutive rounds to just put your worst foot forward in your initial selection.
That would be.
It's just my thought.
Adam Hill,
That would be one heck of a move.
Who
It's how
who does
you
the
assert your dominance?
yeah? Who does the power move and drafts Kylan Hill before they draft AJ Dillon?
Oh man!
Ooh. No
and
way.
then explain the pick. You see, like he looked really good in preseason. I
Yeah.
think he's going to usurp AJ. Day, like in the chat. I just think he's going to outdo AJ Dillon.
But also, that's amazing that you got invited into a league with the quads man himself. I'm very jealous of
Yeah,
How did it come
I
about?
don't feel worthy. I feel like I gotta start doing some squats to get ready for this thing.
But Scott, how did that come about? Was that just one of those random things where somebody was like, "Hey, Scott, we'd love for you to join this. Like that would be great. Please, come on, give us direction, give us help."
So the sleeper got AJ Dillon tweeted that he wanted to be in a fantasy league, and the sleeper social media guy challenged him. And then after, I guess AJ Dillon must have accepted, and sleeper just I don't know, they just reached out to me, asked if I wanted to play. I feel like there's nothing more to it. They literally just shot me a DM and said, "Hey, you want to jump in this league with AJ Dillon?"
Wow, that'll work.
Completely boring story, huh?
No, way to
mean,
undersell it. Also, you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's just a thing. They just reached out to me like it's not a gigantic
Just,
deal.
Well, no, it's
Like
awesome.
what random
but
name
there
could
was
we pull
nothing.
here?
there's nothing cool about it. It's just they sent me a DM. I mean, there's nothing really super cool about it, except for it's actually a league. It's a league with an NFL player, which is cool. But like the actual story of how it happened there's nothing too special.
I was gonna say Scott's probably just sitting here. He's a backup running back. I mean, if it was a starter, maybe I'd have some excitement, but no.
Okay.
Yeah, get back to me when Aaron Rodgers invites you into a league with him.
He's in a family-only league. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
Tyler, don't go down
Jordan in that.
Yeah.
So let me ask this, because obviously Tyler pops in. We've been in trade negotiations almost all day with Tyler, and by all day and by we, I mean Gabe, and I mean they. They've been in trade negotiations.
I was gonna say, I've caught on to your guys' strategy. I know you're in the back, just sitting there, like the
working,
Wizard
bro.
of Oz,
Dude, I'm teaching all day. Like,
I'm a common man. I'm a common man. So the question becomes, and I'm excited about all the perspectives that we'll be able to get on this. We got looks like more people coming through.
oh yeah, it's working, J Mike.
I love it. I love
Never inviting anyone ever again.
just bring it. Yeah, I love it. So we've got Chase Claypool, who Tyler is extra thirsty for. I hear. I don't know. Rumor has it. Ooh. So Chase Claypool on one side. If you're out there and you're looking at the likes of, I don't know, players like J.K. Dobbins, Deandre Swift, how do we get to Chase? How does one get to Chase Claypool from those people?
Well, wait. You mean the opposite? How does Chase Claypool get to J.K. Dobbins?
I said what I said, Tyler. I said I said.
I see what's going on here. I feel teamed up on.
Well,
I'm just
you
asking
abused
a
us.
question. I'm asking
I
a
did
question.
not. I mean, 1 for 1. We're sitting here thinking Claypool, Dobbins. The running back's going to have a little more value. You guys are pretty good at receiver. You guys are like 6 deep on people you guys can potentially start through the season and feel comfortable with. Me, I'm sitting here with Jamar Chase and whatever the heck's going on with him, and that's like my best option. And for Chase Claypool, Scott, you played Dynasty for a little bit. What would you think Dobbins or Swift to get to Claypool? Like what would need to be with Claypool with one of those guys? I don't care what these guys say.
So is it Gabe's side getting Claypool?
I'm getting Claypool.
You're getting Claypool? So I think you have to give up those 2 and like 3 firsts.
see,
Scott.
Scott gets it. Pretty sure Scott runs a lot of leagues, Tyler.
I've heard.
You should do it, Tyler.
I mean, I'm not one to fall for peer pressure, but this seems like it could work.
Has anyone? We need to talk about trade etiquette, though. That's the big thing here, Tyler. Sorry, J Mike. Do you have something to say? Because you can absolutely say it before I rip into Tyler.
I was just going to ask, are you letting more people in or no?
Yeah, let's let him in.
Okay.
Bye, Scott. And so, dude, this is great because these folks have never kicked it with us on the open bar. So look how easy it is. We don't. I mean, we just have to let people
never kicked it.
Never kicked it. What's good, fam? I'm done. I don't want to rip into Tyler. I want to say hi to these folks. What's happening?
One at a time?
No, yeah. Overlap and say
all at once. Sorry.
I didn't even hear. I heard Jacob from a distance, and then I heard Casey kind of over. I couldn't hear any. Anyway, what's up, Jacob? How you doing, brother? I cannot hear you, Jacob.
Oh, we can't hear you. We see your mouth moving, but we don't hear anything.
Maybe he's fooling us, and he's not even saying a word. He's just lip syncing all this.
Oh man,
we are the ones being fooled.
Oh man,
I feel so used.
Casey, what's good with you?
I'm back. That's his name. I'm back.
Just another day. Always
Indeed.
working.
Yeah,
Enjoying a Tuesday night off like usual.
that's why we're here, right?
Not me. I'm actually working.
Oh yeah. You're working people's DMs for trade.
Oh,
Anyway.
I got nothing I gotta do. Hey, it's called.
No, I'm ripping into you now.
You know
sit
what?
back.
No,
Yep.
no, I'm not taking this.
You take this.
You take your plate of French fries and you leave it where it is.
Jacob, can you bring some
Tyler, I
leather?
feel like you're just
I mean,
being unreasonable.
Oh my God.
He's not asking for much. He's asking for a little bit of consideration, a little bit of love coming back from you to show that you're for real and that you trust in what he feels and that you are willing to it's like a good relationship, Tyler. You have to invest into it. And you might lose this one, but
Yep.
the olive branch that you will be extending will make it all worthwhile in the long run.
No. I'm going to give you a little background of this league. I have lost a lot of trades in this league this year. It has not been pretty. I started off in January looking amazing. This team looked great. I built it in 2 years. And my mind in Dynasty, here comes the tinker. Oh, just tinkering a little bit. Here we go. Oh, here's some Tua news. Tua's gonna get, traded to Houston. Okay, ship Tua off. Oh, okay, I get Deshaun Watson for dirt cheap. Oh, Deshaun Watson gets in the trouble. Oh, let's ship him off. And then, you know what? Aaron Rodgers might retire. Let's ship him off. And then, you know what? I got Zeke and Derrick Henry. Oh, they're kind of getting older, and I don't know if Zeke's going to return the form. Let's ship them two off. And then, A.J. Brown. I could get some good value for A.J. Brown. Let's ship him off. Oh, here we go. Justin Jefferson, has he peaked in value? Let's ship him off. Do you want me to keep going with this team? I also had T.J. Hawkinson, shipped him off for Mark Andrews plus, and then I shipped Mark Andrews off. I have been the worst with this team. I've taken all my frustrations out on this team, and then finally I just decided today I'm blowing it up again after 2 years.
Gabe, maybe you should just give him the player on second thought.
I gave him Justin Fields like 2 weeks ago.
Hold on. You gave us Justin Fields and Rondale Moore, and today you literally asked for Rondale Moore back.
Give him back. That's fair.
We couldn't even let him breathe.
That's fair.
And he asked for Justin Fields back too.
Hey, and no. I offered him with McCaffrey and Stafford. You know what? Why do you think I wear flip-flops all the time?
I don't know. What's that metaphor? I don't understand.
So, because I flip-flop.
There isn't I guess I don't know because I don't follow the league rules enough. Is there a requirement in this league where you have to, the moment that you see news, you have an allotted amount of time to sell said player?
Between Shane, Manila, and myself, it's instant. Like, that's our rule, is if there's any news about a player, we're done. That's why you see tons of trades between Shane and I. It's just like, oh, what's going on? Nope, done. I'm not an overreactor. I just react to things.
Well,
I react to
Hey, you know what?
very quickly and sometimes regrettably, But I am
I'm
not
more
a
of a-
reactor.
I'm a middle
I
reactor.
simply react.
I simply react.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good.
You have ETN on your team too, right? I think I just
Oh,
saw
yeah,
him.
I
You
just-
put him
I
on
just
injury
got him.
on IR.
I just got him from Izzy. What? How many days ago? Like 4?
And I'm
Yeah,
not
that
quite
sounds about
sure
right.
why he's still on your team.
Because I can't trade him. I could get a sandwich for him, maybe.
Yeah, send us an offer. I'll make you a sandwich.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Trade
yeah.
him for Cam Akers.
Ooh, that's fun.
Cold.
That'll be a fun trade in the league.
Would it though?
Uh,
It literally end up Cam Akers just like retiring randomly. That's my luck this year in this league. It'd just be like, oh, Cam Akers decided to call it.
This is this is why I've and Trowbridge, thanks for coming and kicking for a bit, man. Good to see you. Thank you for showing some love. Did you also pod earlier?
I sure did.
DTFF?
I did 2 pods. 2 pods earlier. We did the drinking, talking, and then I know I'm such a manimal. But I couldn't pass up an opportunity to come just say hi and hang for a brief moment here.
Do a voice for us.
Good to see you, bro.
Do a trade for us first. Then maybe we'll talk.
I just did one like an hour ago.
No, he didn't.
Well, that's not on my
no, he didn't.
timeline.
Not
I
with
did a
us.
voice like 2 hours ago, so
Not
you know
with
how
us,
that
Tyler.
goes.
Not with us.
Your move.
Trowbridge, have a good night, man. Be well.
Take care.
So what's the vibe, guys? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, he's back.
Oh man, you turned me into an IT guy tonight.
Might I
Also-
say you crushed it?
You
All right, hey, I appreciate it. I try.
pass the test. Pass the test. Mr. Henry, since it's your first time on the bar, why don't you show some love to the people out there listening to you now? Give a quick introduction. What's going on?
Well, I mean, it's just me. I'm just Jay Henry, a little Brooklyn kid, really into this fantasy football space. And I saw that the open bar was actually open, but I didn't realize it was this open. But here I am.
Wide open.
I was out here just kicking it by the pool with the kids and the wife. I thought I was gonna listen to you guys give some serious analysis, give some fuego takes, and here I am talking on some podcast. It wasn't the plan for tonight, but hey, just like in fantasy, you gotta adapt, right?
Yeah. I really like the idea of potting by the pool. I think I kind of want to do that myself now.
Listen,
Maybe
man.
yeah.
Get it out there, get the water slide. Hey,
The water slide too. Yeah.
you gotta do it.
Poolside picks with Jacob Henry. Come
Hey.
on.
And to be honest with you, the pool is the only thing that got me through the summer. This pandemic thing, having kids and trying to entertain them all the time. Woo,
Yeah.
there's nothing quite like it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So I guess the question begs now is that now that you are basically we've created your new Twitter persona, your FF persona as the fantasy pool guy. I think that's enough characters for that. I think Twitter will allow that. The question now becomes, if you're in a league with AJ Dillon, who's drafting AJ Dillon first, you or AJ Dillon?
Certainly AJ Dillon.
You'll let him have him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll jump for the guys that I want, but I just don't really want them.
What would be telling is if AJ Dillon doesn't even draft himself. That's the real play.
This is my problem with it.
Given the
By the way-
connections that you guys have, I was afraid that AJ Dillon was on here, so I didn't want to say that, but
He's actually right behind you. One of his thighs are.
Bring
Usually.
him on,
actually-
Gabe. Bring him on.
In the tuck.
that's okay. I guess drowning in a pool is a mildly painful way to go.
Yeah, it's not the way to go. Get crushed by his thigh is probably not the way to go either. Like a watermelon, probably.
But this is part of my problem with the draft. Like, Do you let AJ Dillon draft himself, or like does everybody stay away from drafting AJ Dillon, and all of a sudden we're all just disrespecting AJ Dillon in the draft room with him? You know, like nobody's picking him.
I mean, if you don't pick him, see where he picks himself, and then you can actually react to. I mean, I'm a reactor, so react in other leagues, and maybe trade for him or trade him away. I don't know.
Nice. How I feel it'll go down is everyone will avoid it. AJ Dillon will pick himself, and then he'll be like, "You're all too low on me," or something. Should be fun though.
Wouldn't that be something if he just left the draft because like y'all just waited and waited? Nobody
Yeah, that's it.
We're done here.
I'm gonna score some more points than you guys will give me credit for. I don't know.
So, question: do you guys do this? Do you do this very frequently, where you just allow random Joes to come on here and party it up?
Oh yeah, they let me on almost every week.
That's a good point.
I was just about to say that, Scott. You have been on a lot lately.
That sounds like you don't like that. By the way, Tyler, I love that you got called out for being in a bunker, so you moved rooms.
What? No, I'm in the same room.
Jay Henry's by the pool. I gotta look cool too.
I mean, I've got this nasty khaki looking scrub top on. I gotta make myself at least look halfway decent.
I'm not used to seeing a face on the screen.
Oh, speaking of pillows,
we were trying something new, Mr. Henry, where we just literally opened the bar up and allowed folks to come in if they want to come chop it up, if they want to come talk nonsense, if they want to come talk fantasy, we can do whatever. But with coming back from summer break, we were trying something new. So thanks for coming to kick it, and obviously you're welcome to stay. And what do you want to talk about? What's on your mind?
Oh man, you don't want to dig into that abyss.
Oh wow, it got serious.
That's real right there. Okay,
listen, man,
thoughts by the pool, man.
like I told you, I have my wife here. She's staring me in the face. I got my 2 kids. They're about to start school again, so I'm in the middle of all of that. I'm also an attorney and trying to get ready for fantasy drafts. It's out of control right now. So the things going on in my mind are just, it's wild.
All over the place.
Oh yeah.
So
I appreciate you guys because you're helping me in a way. It's sort of like when I think about FF Expo, which I wasn't able to attend this year, this is kind of what I imagine, seeing all of the guys that I listen to on podcasts or see on YouTube or see on Periscope and actually being able to sit down and chop it up a little bit with you guys. And I guess when I think about FF Expo, I think in my mind that I would get to that point and see you guys and just not know what to say or, not know how to break the ice or, But in actuality, you all kind of took me out of that zone. You kind of showed me that you all are very relatable. And it's just like, it's just like kicking it with a bunch of dudes. That's cool.
I mean, you probably know more fantasy advice than I do, so I'm just a guy. I mean, you're hearing me complain about my trades and my leagues. I'm not good at this game. I've got everybody fooled.
See, but I think you're steps ahead because you're not afraid to get out there and let people know what your opinion is. Back that up with the information that you have and, just deal with whatever their opinions may be. With all the trolls out here on social media, I mean, it takes a brave soul to get out here and put their opinions on the line. So don't sell yourself short.
Preach.
Yeah, I mean, ain't that the truth?
I've never even I haven't thought of that actually before, Tyler. Maybe we owe you an apology. I appreciate you in the UDPL making all these horrible trades. Just putting yourself out there to
you know what?
assess your own process. You're just experimenting, bro.
3 to 8 years. I'm coming for you guys. It's on. And then you know what's going to happen after my rebuild in 3 years? The same thing's going to happen. I'm going to panic about stuff. I'm going to tilt and I'm going to start rebuilding after year 4.
All right.
So this reminds me of I don't know if you all are NBA fans at all, but Fran Fraschilla would be someone who would scout overseas players, and I can't remember who the player was one year, but he was scouting obviously for the ESPN broadcast, and he said on the broadcast that one of the players was 2 years away from being 2 years away, and that's how I feel about your team. The approach that you're taking. I'm 2
And that's
years away
generous.
from you.
That's generous. That was very nice of you to say. Thanks. I mean, I feel like I could make it now.
You said
4
3 to 8.
years. 4 years is not that long. I mean, that's what another kid. My other kids will be in school. No, I mean Dynasty. Like I said, it used to really bug me. Before I used to really get upset about this, and like when I make bad trades and trades didn't work out, it would really upset me. And I think now that I've realized it's just like playing with you guys and playing with people that I enjoy playing with, win or lose, I just have fun, and it doesn't matter if you win a trade or not. Like it's nice to have a decent team, but man, week to week basis, playing against people that you have fun with, that's what it's about. And honestly, I could have the worst team in the league and still have fun in this league. That's what matters.
I respect that. I got a question for you guys though. How did you all? I don't know if you want to take this one at a time or just one person takes the question, but how did you end up deciding that this was the industry, that this was where you wanted to focus all of your time?
Good question.
I know. I don't know if I've personally, if I've figured out what amount of time that I would like to dedicate to the industry. And I feel that maybe the time that I do dedicate to the industry is for the industry and not for for like a purpose of helping people who are in leagues or whatever, which I'm not necessarily like mad about. It's just how it developed, since apparently June 8th of 2017. Thanks for posting that, Tyler. Appreciate that. So we already missed our anniversary, J Mike, but I don't know, man.
Well, I
I
should look back again, because you started with Clint, then brought J Mike in later on. So your guys' anniversary could legit be like now.
I think it's July. I looked it up one day. It's July sometime.
Yeah, probably
the J Mike and Bun crossover at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, Tyler. You can talk.
Oh, I was gonna say, when my first article that I wrote for Nerds, I had a couple people DM me and said they loved it and it helped them out, and that was like kind of like, oh wow, like people listened to me. And then I did not, writing was not my thing. Like obviously speaking isn't great for me either, but it's better than writing. So doing a podcast and honestly still helping people out. Like I still get DMs asking actual fantasy advice, which is kind of rare these days because everybody's an analyst now, it seems. When you get actual questions for a team and they like say thank you, like that's actually that kind of fills you up a little bit of being part of the industry. Kind of makes you feel good about what you're doing. And I've always said to people who used to write for me, hey, if you help one person, your article did the job. And that's what we're here for, is just helping people out, helping people with advice, and that's what it's about.
I think, and this will, before I even say anything on that, I would much rather hear Casey. We barely got a moment to shine a minute ago when you first came in and you readjusted. Casey, what? And obviously, this is your chance to speak to the people. I mean, you speak to the people in the chat, but you don't speak to the people in this. Oh, you're muted though.
Hey. What's up?
What makes you keep showing up on Tuesday nights? This is craziness.
Really, it's just you guys. It's a good place to come hang out. Don't get to talk enough football or anything around where I'm at currently. For the most part, I got a couple of friends back home that are all about it. But other than that, I don't know. It's just the good time of a Tuesday. Good people, always welcoming, always answering questions pretty much. But it's really just playing the game. I don't know. You guys are pretty humbling. You always answer back, always have, like, through DMs and stuff like that. I know I hit you up, J Mike, originally last year a couple times in the DMs and stuff, and you're always right there. So it's kind of that. It's just, it's fun. It's sometimes a little bit of football, but mostly games. And who doesn't like to play games? I mean, that's why when it's always like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to go to the open bar tonight. The open bar. Yeah, we talk a little bit of football, but it's mostly shenanigans. Lots of good laughs. And I also believe, I don't know, you guys are always there for the so-called chat that we always belong to and start from. And I do love, Gabe, thank you for that. This is the first year you have pretty much acknowledged us every episode. It took a long time to get you to do that. I feel like.
I know. Well, I figured, if people actually wanted to come and kick it with us, I'd start saying hello. They really
well received.
Appreciate you, Casey.
Yes, without a doubt, Casey. That's wildly encouraging and humbling to hear, and it leads into very much what I wanted to say to Mr. Henry here. When and it's funny because we don't do this for any kind of anything in terms of fame or like people to get to for clout. People to know us, like no clout chasing over here. We're not out here making making it rain. We're making no money.
You guys peaked way too early with LFO coming on. That's all I gotta say.
That's what happened.
That's true.
But what's cool is at least for me in somehow stumbling. Some will say randomly. I won't say that. I feel differently about that. But in stumbling into this community and meeting the people that I was able to meet when I met them, and now for Gabe to literally be one of my absolute closest confidants, friends, us to share life together and to watch our kids grow up and to be there for each other in the craziest of times. It's crazy what fantasy football as a quote unquote hobby or activity did in terms of revolutionizing and giving me a place for my life to have a place where I feel like I fit, right? I got a lot of buddies that play fantasy football, but they're not like in it. They're not on Twitter with me like some nerd. They're not listening. I got friends that don't even listen to my podcast. It's like, and people that were in my wedding that we grew up together, but it's really cool to have a place. And that's why we're so passionate about the open bar is a place where big names, your Scott Fishes can just drop in and say what's up. And then people that we've never met before, who's a lawyer in New York, Mr. Henry, that we can talk to for the first time. And everybody's welcome to be able to have a good time and laugh and get to feel those vibes. So that's what do they say? What's that big trend on Twitter? It was the vibes for me.
Is that really
vibes for me? Yeah, it was the thread for me.
It was the chat for me.
It was the chat for me.
Y'all are wild boys, man. Listen, I'm gonna have to cut it short for the night, but thank you so much, fellas.
Hey, brother.
I just want to leave you with one question. This is the first time I've been on video with a bunch of people in the public watching me, and I don't know them, they don't know me. Does it ever get easier looking at your face while you're not speaking and feeling like you look like a goofball? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yes,
I know I have a face for radio, but at the same time, I never realized how much of a doofy dude I look like.
The worst thing is when you're on a live stream and then there's always like at least a 10-second pause before it actually cuts out, and you all just sitting there just all silent, and you could see everybody's faces just waiting for it to cut out the live stream. Yeah, that's probably the worst. But yeah, I'm always looking like, okay, is the light? Is it the light? Is it me? There's got to be something going on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get used to it at all. Oh, I don't know who this is, but shout out to Salvatore Stefanil.
Yeah.
Big props, love you, kid.
Hey, you can't come back unless you're by the pool, though.
Got it, not a problem.
Poolside picks.
I'll make sure
Thanks
that
for
we
coming
leave it
through.
open. I'll make sure we leave it open a little longer so I can come back.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, have a good one, gentlemen.
All right, man.
Same to you. That
All
was
right.
fun.
Look at that. People. Connections.
Talking about people.
Fantasy football.
Tyler's still
open
skirting
bar.
work responsibility.
I know. What are you doing? Are you even like at work? Or are you just
Hey, I got my name badge and everything. Look at that hair.
That doesn't mean anything.
Hold on.
You can
Look at that
just
hair.
wear a badge.
He said, "Look at that hair."
Let me get the camera.
You did have hair. That's good.
Oh, okay.
I'm proud of you, man.
Man, look at that. That's the one thing that gets J Mike is my hair. Like out of everything.
He said, "Look at that."
All right.
All right, you guys, I'm going to actually let you guys bring some other people on. You guys have probably seen enough of me. But, yeah. Oh,
Like these people?
great.
Like these people?
These people.
Like these
Who's
people?
the one?
These people.
Oh my
Clint!
goodness.
Tyler.
Now you guys forced me to stay. Now I got to
You thought
call
we
my
were falling
boss.
off?
Say I'm taking a break.
Legit haven't had Clint on the open bar, I think, since like I first came on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So this is literally
When
an anniversary
yeah.
type of thing when it's happening right now.
If we could get Jake in here, then we're talking like old school, like the first couple weeks of the open bar.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the
Come on.
producer?
The
Jake.
draft talker.
I saw him in the chat.
He's always
earlier.
on call. Was he? Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He said, "What's up?"
Oh man.
I feel like he just has to do that to make sure
Yeah.
he gets his hours in.
Right. That's true. We do have a minimum. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Keep the health
I'm here,
insurance.
boss.
Yep. That's the worst part, about because we certainly don't edit the pod, but I have to go through the chat, the so-called chat, and I have to look at all the people that work for us, the EP, the step in EP, which is Sal, I think, and then other people that we've hired that I don't know. But that's the hardest part, just watching it through and looking at the chat because you have to do it live, and it's a grind, but it's what you do for the community, for the open bar.
I see
Ish.
Bob's got his OnlyFans angle on his camera still.
Yep.
Well, everyone complained about looking at my fireplace behind me, so I turned it this way, and now it don't matter.
Can't win.
Can't see anything. Anyways. I'll put up a black screen behind me.
You look good, but don't let him bully you. Don't.
I feel
Have you seen his trade offers?
Okay,
I mean,
we're going back to his trade.
Let's
He just
talk
He just got a
trade.
5th round pick for ETN, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Actually, it was a 4th.
2023.
Thank you very much. Yep, 2023 4th. Perfect.
It's
That's called
a deep class. You'll be fine.
That's regaining value right there.
just it's
I
in the
was-
bank.
I was told draft picks don't lose value; they only gain value. So it doesn't really matter what draft pick it is, right?
True.
Right, guys?
Just
Right.
a
Yep.
pick. Sal runs the Patreon account, which we haven't
Premium.
we probably Pulp Premium. We haven't mentioned that enough in this show. If you want to go and support us, patreon.com / one of those, the open bar. The open bar or the open bar pod? Which one is it?
Both.
One of those. Type them both in. Try.
Both.
It's both.
Both.
It's both.
Both.
Yeah, that's true. one of them or both. And Pulp Premium, Porkman Premium. What else we got? Did we establish the Pole Vote Premium last? I don't know. I knew it started with wanted to, but yeah, I don't know. We can still do it. They don't have to be here. Yeah. So,
Gabe, I've got a draft for us. I know we haven't drafted yet. I've got a draft for us.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is working out really well because I don't have to draft, and there's 6 people here, so this works out perfect.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna grab my charger real quick. You keep talking with that beautiful voice.
Very well. So apparently, Tyler has phone chargers in his trade bunker at work. So I'm gonna allow him to get what he needs for that.
Why does he think this is not a professional podcast? Like, why does he think we can just podcast at work? You know what we do here, Tyler?
I can hear everything you're saying.
He
Good.
doesn't know. He can't hear.
You don't know what we do.
I don't even run a professional podcast.
Yeah, last time I was on with Tyler, I think he was at work doing a podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what they pay you for, huh?
But he has a badge, J Mike. So
with hair.
Yeah. FF, here's my badge.
FF, here's my badge. The draft this evening is this. You've got one shot. All right. One shot at taking one player from your dynasty team and trading him before the season even starts. One player on your dynasty team to trade before the season starts. So it can't be somebody that you hate that you wouldn't have on any teams because that's garbage. It's actually got to be somebody who you'd have on a team that you trade before the season starts, because the folks who you were able to trade Travis Etienne just the other day, kudos to you. You got in ahead of time. Folks that traded Cam Akers, sorry, I hope John Hogue is no longer in the chat because I know that he'll be upset about this. I traded him, Cam Akers, about a month ago. He's probably mad. But name one player that you want to trade right now, get you some serious value before the season starts. 101 goes to Casey Jones. Casey, it's on you, McCoy. If you can find the unmute button.
I got you.
I believe you can. Oh, there it is.
Can't believe you put the pressure on
him. It would be Devontae Adams.
Ooh.
I won't. I was like, I've been leaving Gabe in charge of that one. Rookie here. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
It would be Devontae Adams.
It doesn't have to be a rookie. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes, no, can you hear me? I know, right?
All right.
Did you hear me?
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Devontae Adams.
Yes, no, maybe so. Mostly Devontae Adams, yeah. Mostly because is it one-word answers?
Always.
Well
one
done.
after another.
Well done. Well done. All right. 102 goes to Zach Reed. What's up, Zach? Good to see you.
It's great to be here. I wasn't expecting to jump on. This was great. I had my headphones on. I was like the open bar, the open squared bar. Like, we're feeling good about it. I'm not feeling good about this, though. And you will recognize the league because we're in it together. And you will recognize the rookie quarterback because you've pinned your hopes and dreams to him. But I want to get out of Trevor Lawrence right now for where his value is still up here, because I'm really concerned with the direction of that franchise and how much damage Urban Meyer and company, Darrell Bevell, can do to Trevor Lawrence in a short amount of time. It's not a disbelief in Lawrence, but I think that's where I'm at. I'm going to take the 102, who may really be the 101.
What I say, Tyler.
You said it. You said it on DHH for a hot take. It was the opposite. It was a bad hot take, as in like a negative one. And J Mike sat there and he's shaking his head. He goes, Urban Meyer is going to ruin Trevor Lawrence. And he goes, his future is going to be great. He'll be fine, once Urban's gone. But as long as Urban's there running the show and they don't have that offense that can actually help a quarterback, it's going to be bad.
But the problem is, you say his future's going to be fine, but how long do you get before? I'm like, do you remember 3 years ago when Carson Wentz was the QB1 I don't want to call anybody out, but per Ryan McDowell, he was the QB1, and now he's not. I mean, he's not anything. I mean, he's like a hope and praise your QB2 on your team.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry. Like these are harsh realities. I'm
True
sorry.
I feel like when Zach was talking about Carson Wentz, everybody felt bad for me.
It was just, did you see everybody turn and look?
There's like,
I'm starting.
So?
You know what? Is that Carson Wentz's badge?
Carson Wentz doesn't have hair. I got a badge.
Because he chooses not to. You have a badge. It's fair.
And
fair.
knees.
Freeze.
103. Going to the prodigal son himself. Welcome home, Clint Followell. 103. Who you got?
I've been trying to sell this running back in at least 2 or 3 leagues, and I can't trade. I can't actually make a deal. But if I could get good value for him, I would send Derrick Henry in a heartbeat. Just because I feel like it's inevitable that he is at his peak, and if I can get good value for him, I'd sell him, and that's kind of how you keep winning in Dynasty. So, but unfortunately, both of those teams are win now teams, and it's like I can't just give them away for nothing but future, but that's all anybody wants to give me, and they don't even want to give me very much for him because everybody knows it's coming. So how do you trade a player that the value is going down? I don't know. If I could get good value, anything good value, I would trade him.
I don't know. Let's ask Tyler. How do you trade a player whose value is going down like DeAndre Swift, Tyler? How do you do that?
It's simple. You just accept a trade. A trade's offered to you. You just click accept. You know what you do? You just say, "Oh well, it could be worse."
All right. I'm going to send that Dobbins and Swift for Claypool right now.
Accept, Tyler. Accept. Just accept.
I've accepted way too many trades. Zach's over there shaking his head like, yes,
I'm scrolling MFL to see what leagues we're in together and if I can make make an offer tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been working for months. I think I had a trade with Tyler earlier on this year.
Yeah, I trade you Kyle Pitts, and who else I trade you? Waddle, and you gave me Lawrence and Terrace Marshall. So that also has not really been a great trade for me either. I'm crying inside. It's okay.
Brave face, crying inside.
I mean, we're just having fun, right? Oh my God.
It's gonna be a new badge with a single tear rolling down his cheek.
Yeah. Oh man.
Might want to update that one.
Got to. What a year. 104 is going to one Tyler Gunther. We've made you hurt so long. It's your turn.
I mean, if it were me, I'd probably just trade Chase Claypool.
Oh my God.
It's true. There's no way he can get higher than he is right now.
So if that's the case, that means that you wouldn't be trading for him either. Perfect. That makes Makes sense. Circular logic.
To be honest with you, Marquez Callaway is an easy sell before the season starts. I mean, he's got to be DLF wide receiver 8 for ADP now. Marquez Callaway for the Saints. From what I've seen on Twitter, he is Michael Thomas plus Calvin Johnson. So if we're going by that value, you got to think Dobbins. You got to think like 3 first for him. No, if I could, we've seen this multiple times with receivers. Yes, some pan out, some don't. But with Callaway, you got to go with the history and just kind of realize, hey, if you can get a second for him, you got him for nothing. That's gaining value right there. So that's the player I'd be selling.
Huh.
I saw that catch. I saw both of them.
Marquez Callaway.
Do you have Callaway?
I traded him to Izzy a year ago.
Oh yeah.
I traded him to Memphis a year ago, and then Memphis traded him to Izzy. Everybody's been owned by at least one team. I mean, Chase has been on 4 different teams, it seems. So yeah, everybody's kind of had a share of everybody.
So you're probably trying to acquire him right now.
Who? Callaway?
Yeah.
No, in some leagues. I mean, Clint was here, and I tried to give a Miko Hardman for him, but that didn't go. Weird.
What is Callaway going for in Dynasty?
You got to think second is kind of where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean, would you
late second at best right now?
I mean, do we know what's late, what's early right now, Bob?
You can, yeah. you can. I mean, some people can. You might not be able to.
This one is early. If it's mine, it's early.
Someone's jumped in the Dynasty time machine, and apparently they are very confident in the late second evaluation.
Yeah,
I think so.
All right, fair enough. No, if
but
I have
would
a
you?
second,
So would you? But you, sorry, J Mike. Would you kind of step in someone else's shoes, Tyler? I don't know if you've ever tried that before. Shoes.
I'm not a big
because you're a flip flop guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a big fan of shoes. Socks bother me.
Yeah.
I hate wearing socks.
So, well, that's kind of rude. If we have Bob on the podcast series from Boston Red Sox, it's kind of rude. But anyway, so would you accept that trade?
A second?
Yeah.
For me, if I were going after Callaway, which I wouldn't be, but I'm going to go from the other side. If I would have Callaway, I'd actually try to upgrade your position. Say you have a wide receiver, I would pair him with Callaway to upgrade the receiver. So I would try to go for a Godwin. Like say you add to somebody and then say, I'll give you Callaway in the deal, give me Godwin. So I'd use him as more of an upgrade piece instead of trying to get him for a draft pick.
Okay. Any other Callaway musings y'all have?
See if you could add him to a second and get a first. I mean, like that to me would be something like that, where if you think he's worth a second, or if the community thinks he's worth a second, like I'm fully on board with getting out on Callaway. Not that I don't believe in the talent, but that's a pretty fluid situation. And, Michael Thomas could end up coming back there. If he doesn't, they're going to end up drafting somebody. So why not? We talk about micro markets all the time and how plugged in the community is and how quickly we overcorrect to things. Right now we're in the Callaway overcorrection. So take it.
I feel attacked.
Yeah.
I overcorrect.
Well, but I think that's one of the and again, that's one of the advantages that is out there in fantasy football right now, is because and you're not the only one. In fact, you're in the majority, because everybody's so plugged in now on Twitter and everybody wants to be first that we go beyond value. And that's the window that we're in right now with Callaway, that you can, if you're paying attention as a dynasty owner, you can capitalize.
Yeah.
I mean,
would you
like,
rather
I
have-
mean,
you'd
Oh,
rather have
go ahead.
Callaway. You rather have Callaway, Ruggs, or Mike Williams.
Probably Mike Williams, but I think at this point, if you're talking value, Callaway's the new hotness. So if you're going to trade one of those guys, it's probably Callaway.
I've got one for you guys: Callaway or Etienne.
I mean, long term, I'd still rather have Etienne, but
Yeah.
right, like again, right now, I think
Hurts.
that there are people that would entertain that as a trade.
Yes, exactly. When a week ago, it would be crazy to even like that would be an insulting trade. You'd offer it to him, and be like, "What is this?" And
Yeah.
now, like you said, it would be like, "Okay, we could talk. We could kind of build off of this trade."
That's crazy.
Right.
It's true,
Hey,
but
new
it's just
frontier,
like,
baby.
that's,
It's crazy. Like, I mean, I completely agree. Like how somebody thinks I would have to add to Dobbins or Swift to get Claypool. That is insane to me.
You just said, Clay. You know what? We're not even doing this. We're not doing it anymore. 105. Bob Gilchrist, aka Holla at My Graphics, aka Beantown's Finest, aka Mr. Slice. 105. What you got?
So I only get to pick one. Is what you're saying?
One. Uno.
And did you want a rookie? I missed that part.
Nope. Anybody. Somebody you want to get off your team right now. Cash out.
I think I will go
Peace.
with a rookie anyways. I think I want to get Jamar Chase off of all my teams.
Boo.
Yeah.
Is this
T.
in light of
Higgins-
the news or the?
Well, there's that.
the
I
fake
mean, with
news
this
or whatever
smoke,
it
there's
was?
fire, right? There's something going on. There might not be any proof or any court cases or police cases at all, but there's some kind of smoke, whether it's just a bad relationship or any of that. It could just stem onto the field, and that scares me. And T. Higgins is a solid receiver to grab later instead.
I don't like that take. I mean, you are selling low right now if you're selling Chase.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I mean, and I gotta say, I don't think the whole Instagram thing is gonna be much of a worry. I mean,
Yeah, it was already taken down.
She's posted 2 other things this past summer about him, and it's just like ridiculous stuff. Like how he doesn't wash his, but it's like weird and just like crazy stuff, and I don't know if it's like him wanting to get out, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna ruin your career," and he's like, "Fine, I'll stay." And then, like I have no idea. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, can I take someone if I'm looking to trade Jamar Chase right now, just for the thought that maybe he doesn't elicit the value that we want. And maybe I shouldn't even spoil the point here. I much rather let Zach take this, because I'm not gonna say I just heard him talk about this, but I may have just heard him talk about this. Zach, go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm licking my lips at this. You're setting me up. It's beautiful. But that and Tyler, your conversation the other day with Izzy, this kind of plays off that, where because there is so much uncertainty with Jamar Chase, because he's had a poor camp, because he has the potential off-field stuff. And this is nothing against Jamar Chase as a player, because I think he's fantastic. He's the 6th best wide receiver that I have graded out over the past 5 years. So it's nothing against him as a player, but you can get out from him for somebody like Keenan Allen, like somebody like Allen Robinson, who is going to be a top 12 wide receiver for the next 2 years in terms of fantasy points, not in terms of value.
I just saw a poll that had Robinson at 87% over Chase.
Well, so the community is smartening up. That's fantastic. But that's the type of move that I would be looking to make right now, both because I'm not married to the idea of Jamar Chase, but also if I'm contending, if I think I have a chance to win, and this is Bosch and I, you'll hear this if you listen to the dummies. I'm actually not editing it right now, but I should be editing right now that show that John and I did. But he talked about wanting to be either first or last in your league year over year, because in the middle you're in no man's land. And that to me says if you've got Jamar Chase on a team where you're contending, I don't mind going and getting Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen, somebody in that tier of player for Jamar Chase, because you get out from underneath that risk. And that's all it is. And again, I know that Jamar Chase should be a great wide receiver, should be a top 12 wide receiver, but I'm pivoting to guys right now that I know are.
The thing with me though is I agree. If you're not in rebuilding, you're contending. Yes, Allen Robinson is the move. That is the dude, because once Field comes in,
I like that big B.
once Field comes in, Robinson's going to eat. He's still young. He's still going to do great things. For Chase though, if you are not rebuilding, I think if you can get him for pennies on the dollar from what people paid, it is worth the risk. I mean, you've got so much like used car salesman ammo to use to get the value low enough to where, hey, you just got Chase for a 2022 first straight up because somebody's nervous about it. That is a play kind of like Tyreek Hill when he was going through his stuff, and that pans out. Like there's like risk averse people who don't like this stuff. Unless and then there's like me, who I have taken chances. Yes, I have, despite what I've been saying tonight.
You still have Josh Gordon on a roster?
I do not, but
still believe.
I kept buying Tyreek that year. I bought some Watson this year, and then of course shipped them off in a couple leagues. But yeah, I mean, just the talent's there, and I am a little nervous that this whole baby mama drama stuff could be an issue for him mentally. Like it could be sitting in the back of his head, even in practice. Like maybe that's the reason why he's dropping balls, because he's got issues with her, and that's what's on his mind. That could be a big issue. And honestly, I do think with the talent, it does blow over. If he's a wide receiver 2, 3, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if I can get the price that we all think we can for Chase, I'm fine with selling. But it's the fact that all this is just driving his price down so low that it's just scooping up value now.
So I got two. So the Tyreek Hill thing is just a little different, because Tyreek Hill, when he had his whole thing, he was coming off a 1,400-yard season and 12 touchdowns. And so it's not as much of a you're just gambling on him not being not being in trouble off the field. Whereas Chase, it's a double. Like, again, you haven't seen him in the NFL. You haven't seen how he translates. My question to you, though, is if you're looking at this right now, are you taking Chase, or are you taking Devonta Smith or Bateman or Elijah Moore, or I hesitate to say Rondell Moore, because not everybody feels quite the way I do about Rondell, but are you taking any of those guys over Chase, or is Chase still your clear go get?
So another take J Mike had on the DHH pod. I think Waddle has now turned into like a top tier for me. Seeing how they're using him in that offense, that guy is going to get target after target after target. They're going to utilize him short. They're going to send him deep. They want to get him the ball. And I had that nervous scare when he got hurt. I think it was just like a kick in the leg. I was like, oh God, here's the ankle again. I was nervous. That guy is tough. It's a preseason game. He could have went and sat. He comes back out, wants more targets. Even Tua is sitting there like, why is he back in? Like, what? This guy came back in a preseason game. Waddle, I think, is being slept on still. And I think he should be where Smith and Chase are right now. Like that whole group to me is just fine. If you want Smith over Chase, fine. You don't Waddle over Chase, fine. I think Chase is still in that group, but I think the thing that rose Chase up so much is we expected him to have LSU numbers because he's with Burrow. That was the big issue, and that was never happening. But I know you guys all like T. Here's a situation for you. What if
Dave.
T? So
I'm sorry,
Dave
I'm laughing at Dave.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but it's Elijah Moore that's got Wilson.
I know.
And,
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
But to me, even this scenario where T. Higgins is the stud one in Cincinnati, which I believe could be it, Chase is going to do amazing with number 2 corners. Like that's what he should be built for. You can send him deep. You can send him on the routes that he's actually good at. Oh God, it's Sal.
It's Jay Henry's biggest fan.
You guys get service in Canada?
No, I had to cross the border.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hopped on a plane just so I
part.
can be on this show.
Yeah.
Money plane.
Money plane.
The money plane.
Hopped on the money plane.
I just wanted to come on the show and just say how awesome Jay Henry was. Bring him on every week, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was fun.
We owe a lot to Jay Henry.
Yes.
Like no matter what
To be
happens
honest.
for the rest of this episode, the open bar was a huge success because of Jay Henry.
It was awesome. I mean, I love this concept.
All right, well, have a good night, everybody.
That's it. That's
it.
Good to see you, Sal.
You have to pick before you go, Sal. You have to pick.
Well, Zach made the best pick of the whole draft. No one can top that pick.
I mean,
you have to try. Please, please, before you go, please.
Okay, to be honest with you, I forgot the theme of the draft. So remind me.
Do you just download and not listen? Is that what you do?
So for your dynasty team, Sal, if you have to trade someone right now before the season begins, one player that you want to trade right now, just because you want to get out, and not some player that you hate, it would have to be like and we recognize that no one can get to Alex Smith level love for you, but if someone that you were just high on or excited about and you had to trade him right now before the season started, who are you trading?
So I'm going to give a serious answer, which is going to confuse everybody watching, but I would say Marquise Callaway.
Hey,
that's what Tyler said.
He does download it.
I told you I forgot what the theme of the show was.
Do you just sit in the chat and type? Is that what you do?
Pretty much, yeah.
You don't even have headphones on. You're just like
I'm
just
busy
focusing
monitoring
on it.
how many signups we get on the Patreon, so it's kind of hard to keep track of everything.
It's a lot of maintenance. It's a lot of maintenance.
I mean, if you want another answer, I think Josh Rosen is a good trade candidate.
Hey, I mean, everybody
Last
wanted us to draft Fields at 4. We just got our quarterback of the future in Josh Rosen. Yes, we did.
There's a good possibility you picked up Josh Rosen for free in your Superflex Dynasty team, and that Falcons are going to start a backup quarterback for at least 4 to 6 games this year. Everybody wants to get Felipe Franks, but if they sign Josh Rosen now, I feel he's going to get a shot before Franks. So this is probably the only time you'll ever get any value for Josh Rosen.
Why the hate on Matt Ryan?
Well, I just think Falcons are going to be like 0-12 at some point and just start their backup.
We are going to be very bad. Very bad. Wait,
Bob?
I can't say we. They are going to be very bad.
Bob, real quick, can you take a trip in the Dynasty Time Machine and fast forward real quick and let us know, is it going to be ultimate sadness with Rosen, or are we going to feel really good about this?
We've read this book, J.
Yeah,
Mike. We all know.
I think we're going to leave him on the waiver wire.
Okay, there it is. All right. So
My
trade him
favorite
out if you
tweet.
can.
My favorite tweet during the preseason game that somebody had was Felipe Franks reminds Falcon fans of Michael Vick because we've watched Matt Ryan play for 13 years.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you?
Every Felipe Franks tweet is from me.
Why do you hate Matt Ryan?
I don't hate Matt Ryan. I just love every backup quarterback.
Matt Schaub, what up?
Matt Schaub. Hey, I mean, how many people is Kyle Pitts going to confuse when he's wearing the number 8 for the Falcons? And like, oh God, Schaub's back. Oh crap.
Kurt, what up?
Like, they should just let Kyle
AJ
Pitts
McCarron, what up?
play quarterback and tight end, and he can be our generation's Mr. Perfect.
Yeah,
I can get behind that.
I can see it.
Nick Mullins.
All right, we love you, Sal.
Love Mullins.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, Sal. Good to
Bye,
see you.
Sal. Sal.
He's got to hurry up and get back on that money
So,
train.
so before I go, because I've actually got to work.
Oh, do you?
That can't be true. You are so not.
Actually, my whole life is just a con. Like, I don't even have a job. I'm just in some office. I don't even have a family. I don't have kids. I actually just paid those guys to act like they're my family and kids. I've got everybody fooled. Actually, no, we're good. I don't got anything I got to do. So back to our trade. Back to our Claypool trade.
Back to it.
So Dobbins or Swift? Any interest? Not Dobbins and Swift. There's no and in
Why not?
this conversation.
They're both kind of falling in drafts and falling in general. I mean, Ravens, they don't really have a run game. You know, Gus Edwards is there.
Okay.
So there's that with Dobbins. Swift.
Are you reading my
you gotta
trade book?
You got to think about the game script. You know, the Lions in general. Like, can you really trust that head coach guy who's talking nonsense? I mean, Jamal Williams. Shoot. I mean, tell you what. Swift, Dobbins for Claypool. We'll throw in a tuna casserole.
That's a hot dish. That's a hot
It's
dish.
a hot dish. You just ruined the trade right there. Trade off. I've never heard something more insulting in my life. I can't believe this.
Finally, J. Mike, he'll leave us alone.
You found the nerve to strike.
That's it.
You're not taking the Dobbins on that?
Not taking Dobbins?
You're not taking Dobbins in that trade?
Listen, just because J.K. Dobbins is your man, Bob, doesn't mean that he's everybody's man. I'm not
saying he's everybody's man, but what's
the time machine say?
Backstory here.
Dobbins top 3 running back.
We had a McCaffrey trade set up. There was a little mixing we got to do. Garrett, I posted in the main chat. I said, "Hey, McCaffrey's for sale." Garrett offered me a dynamite offer, and Garrett accepted his, and now this is where we're at.
Okay, but has anyone ever thrown out a trade and then immediately
don't spill the tea on Tyler. Don't spill the tea.
No, I will admit this. I send a trade.
I'm just asking in general. I was just wondering.
I mean, we're gonna dive deep into the trade book of Tyler a little bit here. So one of my strategies is I don't. It is a very big novel. So a strategy is you send out the offer that you think might be okay, that you're not sure about it yourself, to gauge interest from the team. You revoke it, you screenshot the revoke, and then you send the picture to these two gentlemen. These two gentlemen, and then you go, "Hey, would you?" And then, of course, I explain why I revoked it.
Hilarious.
I say, "Hey, I revoked it because I'm not quite sure myself."
But would you? I just want to show you that I do have the strength to actually send it.
It is exactly
when you're nowhere near your computer to accept it.
Yeah,
it's called a trade tease.
I can already see this. I can already see
edging.
This. Next year,
I got J Mike. Yeah,
2022 at the FF Expo. Tyler says, "Hey, J Mike, do you want to go to dinner?" So you're like, "Yes." You get there, you get to the restaurant, you order the steak. The steak comes out. Tyler just picks it up. He's like, "Nah, you know what? I'm not sure about this." and then sends a picture of Gabe to Gabe and
So-
says, Gabe, will you eat this steak?
Yeah.
So Zach, this is me.
Lobster.
Like my wife hates going out to dinner with me because I am a very indecisive human being. You guys have known me for what, 5 years now? So
That's about right.
Whenever we're ordering, I'll sit there and I'll have 3 things that I'm kind of like, these sound good. And then I'll go to 1 and I'm like, okay, I'm getting the burger. As the waitress comes up, in my mind, there's a voice saying, do you? Do you want the burger?
All right, Tyler, next time you go out to eat, you take the three things you want. You write them down on a napkin, rip them up, and then have the waitress pick one of them. Boom, your decision's made. You already have the 3 choices that you want. You don't have to make a decision. You're feeling good about it. So I would just send out trades for maybe like Chase Claypool for like Swift and Dobbins or something like that. Just
There's no
hypothetically.
and. I don't know where this and's coming from.
This is I love your rendition of 3 Trade Monty that you're playing right here. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
I like that idea. I mean, sending out 3 and then just hoping one gets accepted, which I did.
If your goal, which your goal was to move CMC, and you accomplished what you wanted to get done, so we can only hate on you for so much for that, and we can only give you so much grief because you got done what you wanted to get done. So kudos to you, my man.
I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's my guy. I mean, I'm just happy I got him. Straight up, CMC Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm very.
You're not gonna come on here spreading lies on yourself.
Straight up.
Let alone on Garrett. No,
I mean, at least throw in Equinemius to as a topper.
Hey,
that's your boy.
That's close to my heart right here.
Yeah.
No, I see. That's what you got to do, J. Mike. You got to make people seem like you're an idiot at trading. Then boom, you strike. Venom.
This is a long con, isn't it?
It's the roping.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a very long con.
You edge very interestingly.
Yeah.
Venom.
The edges become sharp. You got to file them down.
Will you let us know when?
It's a lot, like you said, a long con. I mean, it takes time. You plant the seed, the grass ain't gonna grow right away. You got to water it.
It's the 10 to 12 year window. It's, you're playing for in Dynasty.
That's our DHH philosophy. 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
That's what you play for.
You haven't even reached your prime yet, then. Dang. All right, let's go prime.
I know, right?
Contrarian takes.
I feel like I'm getting made. Let me see if I'm getting made fun of.
No.
Not currently.
What, you're the
We're not there
FF
yet,
trade edger and the FF trade shark? For sure. They called you a shark, man. That's nice.
Like, if I was, my 2-year-old started singing that song, and that song has never sounded so good. But if I were a shark, what kind of shark would I be?
Oh, that's a good point. All right, Tyler, that's all the time that we have.
That's cold, man. That's cold.
I don't know enough sharks.
I was I got you on this one. You ready?
We need Matt. We need Matt here.
Right, so Caleb, my son Caleb is just into animals. He would drop epaulet shark because much like Tyler with Travis Etienne, an epaulet shark, when it gets caught in tide pools, is the only shark that can walk on its fins out of that danger.
Oh my goodness!
You're an epaulet shark.
I feel like that's a compliment. That's what I'm going to take it.
Yep, you are
a shark that can walk.
You're gonna get up on your fins, and you are gonna.
That's
walking
weird
shark. Walking shark.
Oh man. But yeah, now that I'm done with counseling about my trading, it seems like it is worse now. So thank you guys.
Anytime.
Oh, I do have work I gotta do.
All right.
I was gonna say, do you have an outro you want to give real quick before we get ready to kick it?
I mean, just about how much I love all you guys.
Aww.
Thank you for everything. It was honestly awesome meeting every single one of you except you, Bob. You weren't there. It was awesome. I mean, J Mike's hugs are legit. You could sell those. It's insane.
You want me to be a prostitute about my body? Come on.
So legit, when I hugged J Mike, his beard wrapped around me and gave me a hug. I felt 2 pats on the back, and one was soft like his beard. I was like, okay, this is new, but I'm all for it. And Zach, I mean, when I saw him outside, I was like, that's not Zach. Oh, it is. And my favorite part about I brought it up a bunch of times is Zach was like, oh yeah, we were in like at 10 last night, but they snuck in and just went to bed. Like all of us are downstairs having a good time, and these guys just him and Outhouse just sneak in and just go to bed.
I mean, it was after a 16.5-hour drive. I was like, give me a minute to rest, and I woke up from the minute to rest at 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, well, we missed them, but we'll catch them the next day.
I might have still been up. And then also, Gabe, the weirdest tequila shot I've ever taken with somebody.
Dude.
Who puts a lime at the bottom of a tequila shot? What monsters were they? Right?
Yeah, I was frightened, man. I mean, like, because it was obviously you already took the shot, and then you're like trying to figure out how to like make it feel better, and you have to like juggle this lime into your mouth. Pause. And,
gets in the eye. Yeah, I mean, it just hits you. No salt either, which is ridiculous.
Was that?
But yeah, I had a great. No, that was actually at Jersey's. But yeah, honestly, I had a great time finally meeting you guys, and yeah, 2022 is gonna be great. I'm gonna, probably dress like my mood when I'm in year 2 of my rebuild of UDPL, even more stressed out because these guys still haven't traded me Chase Claypool. But other than that, life's good. No, thanks for having me on, guys. That was a long-winded thanks.
Good to see you, bro.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, man.
You as well.
You too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to help FF Man Bun. That's me. Right here. Draft in 2 leagues. I've been waiting a very long time to do this. Will you help me?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
No.
I mean, you waited till Tyler left. That was the main thing.
I know. That was the look. I planned that. What do you think I am? An edger? All right. So I'm in 2 redraft leagues. All right. One is just a purely kind of super flex league, PPR, blah blah blah, all that good. J Mike didn't want to help me. And I'm a bit offended. Don't like that. But he's back. Talking crap about the co-host. All right. Let's see. Is this the one that I meant to click on? Yep, sure is. All right. So here I am, Genius the MC. You recognize the photo, maybe, hopefully. Shout out Corey. I said that it was worth taking Kelsey in the first round, even in Superflex, and then I didn't do it. Excuse me, Kels. And went Prescott, got the boy JT, 3 wide receivers, got to start 3, 2 running backs, and then the Superflex. Got the boy, the man, Javante. Starts as a boy, will grow into a man by season's end. On the clock here. And guys, what do I do? Give me your ideas. Give me your thoughts. This is only redraft, by the way. I know we're dynasty fools out here, but here's your all of what's available in the queue. Got some Baker. I don't care about Galladay, Thomas. Not really Fant or Goddard. I love Sutton, you know that, but he's been kind of. Is he busting our Suttons? That's the real question. That's what I'm considering. Monte Smith, Judy's all right. I'm surprised that Sutton's ahead of Judy on this sleeper ADP. Honestly, I would expect Judy to be ahead of him by now. Rojo, your boy, J Mike, Trey Sermon. I don't know. What are y'all thinking? Any thoughts right away? The structure of the team, super flex. I feel like there's been about, what's the count here?
Quite a
Two,
few quarterbacks off the board.
yeah, 2, 3, 5,
18.
7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 quarterbacks taken. So if one's not taken now, shout out to Bobby Koch. We're looking into serviceable QB2 territory.
You got to think there's
saying?
2 more quarterbacks coming off the board before it comes back to you.
Right.
With,
Because there are two other. Yeah, there are 2 other
Box
teams with
Muncher
one.
96 and and Pure. Yeah, probably.
So if there is not 3 quarterbacks that you like, then I would go there first.
Yeah, that's fair. It's weird how they do these little tier things in Sleeper. It's like they want me to pick Baker, but I don't want to pick Baker. Not necessarily, anyway. Casey said Judy. Not bad. Bold.
I just really want to go back to the part where you willingly took Cooper Kupp on your team. That's where I really want to.
I was trying to skip over that.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. I saw that. I definitely saw that. I said, I wonder if someone's holding him hostage. This is one of those things where when they're on Twitter, they say, what's a saying that you would use to let people know that you were in trouble? Something that you say, and you on me where you took Cooper Kupp tells me that someone has you hostage right now. I think that's the real call for help.
Look, he's my 3rd wide receiver, Matthew Stafford. He's going to dish it. I feel that he has a legitimate shot to be top 15, top 10. I like it. I like Kupp this year. Look, J Mike, it's all just I made my Kuppology. I respected him. I was ready to move to that side. You know this. And to be fair, I was thinking, where was I coming from here? I had to go, this way. So I was actually between Kupp and DJ Moore. And DJ Moore went way over here. Even Ayuk was a little bit on my mind. So was Javonte, I guess, but I decided to go wide receiver first. And then, so get some damn QBs, Hogue says. All right. Dude, the timing was so weird on the, RIP ETN. We love you, of course, but we have to play the game. And the James Robinson news dropped. Let's see. He's right here. So it was going this way, and it dropped like right here at the 411, 412. And then it went Carson, Henderson, Cooper, Thielen, Davis, and then James Robinson. I don't know. I personally would, that was like I think he was RB20 off the board. I would take Robinson ahead of Davis. I would take him ahead of Henderson. I would maybe even take him ahead of Carson. I think those are closer, but that surprised me how long, like that news dropped and then no one took him for 5 picks. I was like, maybe I'll get him. And then our commish, TK here, shout out TK. He said he was going to take him next anyway, so I had no shot. But yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Seems like you guys have no good advice. You just play Dynasty. Come on.
I have bad eyes. I need glasses. I can't even see the board. That's my issue. I'm old. Gabe.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
old.
All right. I think I want a quarterback. All right, Bob, you said that, right? You said quarterback. I think I do want a quarterback, but which quarterback do I want? I love the boy Tua, confident in him. We'll go Tua. Should we ride?
I think if you want a quarterback, go Tua.
Tua. Take that, guys watching. I think there's a couple in the league watching right now. Here it is. Boom. It is done. It is decided. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that.
And then
really appreciate that.
Catch Judy on the way back. Feel good about it.
Ooh. Well, now that you've made it public.
I mean, I would never do that.
Yeah.
That's just my own personal opinion.
Yeah. All right. One more. We're here. We're drafting for Gabe all night for FF Man Bun. So you ready for another one, fellas? And we can say goodbye.
Last one. Let's get it.
All right. Hold on. Say big faces. Hi. Hey. Hi.
It's DFG on TOB. It's draft for Gabe on the open bar.
All right, I'm glad you did this because you reminded me to check.
Oh, I better scroll that down.
My leagues as well.
I know, right? We're on a slow clock, so it ain't nothing. God, these guys are so inappropriate. Look at these fools. So this
I still can't read that name.
That's good.
Even if I wanted to.
That's okay. You don't need to. You really don't need to. So this is a home league. We changed it into half PPR, half point per first down. Yeah, little Scott Fish action to it. There's no super flex, no nothing. But it's the two, no TE premium. It's just the 2 running back, 3 wide receiver of flex. But look at all the running backs that went 9 in a row. Excuse me. Calf, Cook, Kamara, Henry, Elliott, Taylor, Barkley, Eckler, Chubb. And then I was like, nah, fam, I can't do it. And I went Devontae. And then Aaron Jones, Metcalf, Gibson, Tyreek Hill. So it comes back to me. A few of the top players there: Kelsey, Diggs, Hopkins, Najee. Not going to touch Mixon, so don't even say it. Ridley. That's probably where I'd stop. So kind of one of those guys. Kelsey, Diggs, Hopkins, Najee, Calvin Ridley. Those are your choices. Those 5.
It's down to Kelsey and Najee for me, I think.
Yeah.
I
was leaning Kelsey.
I almost took Kelsey at 110.
Yeah, especially you said points per first down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I almost took him at 110. I was surprised that he kind of lasted those 4 picks. I figured I would have to, if I wanted him, I would have to do it there.
Yeah.
But I do consider the idea that there are 11 running backs taken already. I will never succumb to anyone's agenda of taking running backs. I would never. But if I did, it would be Najee. But otherwise, I don't care. So should we just swing? Go for the Kels?
I mean, the man had 79 first downs last year.
Yeah. He does those.
He does.
All right. I'm in. I am in.
Easy peasy.
We did it, y'all. Look, we even got some people to come kick it with us again, J Mike, because we started doing drafts. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Imagine that. All right. This has been the open bar. Sorry. This has been the open bar. Shout out, guys. Shout out to the who did I talk to? I talked at someone at the expo. I talked to, I think it was Drake Fantasy, Brian Drake. And we were specifically talking about the name change of the Indians to the Guardians. And then he specifically mentioned the idea of, or not the idea, but a tweet from a random baseball team that quote tweeted and said, weird name. Turns out Brian and I connected that evening because I knew exactly the tweet he was talking about, because I said, yo, I bought a shirt from that baseball team, and that shirt, that team is Why can no one see on the podcast?
Burlington sock puppets.
Because we're all old.
The Burlington sock puppets. That's right. Repping them strong to. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is pretty clean. That is clean.
Yeah. So shout out Burlington sock puppets, the 101 of unique minor league baseball teams, or I don't know what league they're in, but nonetheless, very dope. And that's all I've got. J Mike, we can pass it around here to our rotating guests. Do we even have to do outros? We hardly do intros, but we got the tacit assassin to close things with us. Zach, thanks for coming through. You said you had your headphones on still, so you decided to pop on, and we thank you for that. What have you got to say to the people?
I too have a fantastic shirt.
Heyo.
Yeah, I was on a pod earlier, repping the open bar, watching the open bar while I was on a live stream. But don't tell
That never
anybody that. We'll keep that on the down low. But yeah, no, it was great. I didn't because I didn't have the audio going. I didn't realize that we were actually jumping in, and so when I crawled in the chat and realized it was an open bar. It was very exciting, and I'm happy to be back on. I'm always happy to be here. I'm always on the catchphrase, your favorite podcast. I mean, it does you guys justice. And the only other thing, I think Olive Garden got there first with when you're here, your family. So we had to go with your favorite podcast, but that's
True.
how I feel. I'm always here. It's my favorite show. You are both my favorite people, and I'm glad I was able to jump on, chop it up a little bit.
We might not have unlimited breadsticks, but we do have unlimited takes.
Salad
Never
soup?
stale.
No? Oh, okay.
That's funny.
You were going there, J Mike.
It's well done. Well done.
Sorry.
That was good. That was perfect.
I budged.
It was
No, Zach, so good to have you, bro. I'm certain this will happen again. Not even like whether you're invited or not. Like, and especially when you're not, I'm certain that you will be back here because that's the vibe. It was the vibes for me, J Mike. Yeah. So. And Zach, so good to meet you, dude.
Yes,
finally,
that was fantastic.
Finally, man. FF canned lobster. All right, and last person to join us here, Bob, king or at least co-king of the graphics. Shout out Steven. I know he's working hard in that game too, but you've always been helping the community and selfishly me out with some of the intros and even Zach's some of Zach's work too. So shout out to you for that. But thanks for coming to kick it with us on very, 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 very short notice, like very little notice at all. And you did it.
No, that's the best time.
Yeah. So what do you got to say? What do you got to share to the folks?
Nothing really. How many more do you need to sign up for the best ballish?
Dude, that's a great question. I bet we were going to leave here without even saying that, huh, J Mike? We need to fill that thing up.
10.
Well, the problem is people started signing up twice because of the first little sort of malfunction, which was just really like a safety precaution, which was a good safety precaution. There's no blame to be had. Just CJ Mike, I'm nice. Yeah,
sorry. I mean, I totally blew it.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm happy to admit it. It's one thing when your email address is amongst a bunch of people that and it's like 24 people. It's a whole other thing when you open it up and you decide you're going to have a league with these 4 people. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, maybe we should be a little bit more safe with the email. So that's, that was on me. That was definitely my bad.
So, but the only reason I bring that up is because they're on separate sheets and I don't know how many spots there are actually left, and I'm trying to bring up that sheet that is not on this computer. J Mike, do you have that with you there?
I will do my best.
I will too.
But y'all can
There
give
it
your
is.
outros while we oh sweet.
Well,
Never mind.
Bob, I think
That
Bob's
is my
outro was
outro. I'm
our
promoting the
outro. Yeah.
the best ball.
Yeah. Which not a bad idea.
It wasn't.
We need
Thank
to
you,
fill
Bob.
this thing up. All right.
So we can draft ASAP.
And people been Venmoing me that will transfer over to the PayPal. And how's the PayPal looking, J Mike? Are we cruising on that too?
Prepaid,
there's 51
yes.
cents in
It
there.
is cruising.
51 cents.
It is cruising.
64 in the main responses, and then 17. So if my math is correct, that would be 81 total, leaving just a few more spots. But again, there might be some duplicates. In fact, I think I know for sure there is at least one.
There's at least one, but I paid twice. It's all good.
So yeah, if you're watching now, still kicking it with us, go and sign up for that Best Ball-ish Charity League version 2. How many teams? 84?
84.
It's crazy.
You said don't be a punk, so we're not being punks.
Yeah, I did say that. I ain't scared.
You said that.
I'm a little scared.
I'm a little scared too.
There's a lot of
people, bro.
There's a lot of organizing. Like, shout out to people this summer for we did this last year, and what was it, 2 divisions, 28 people. It's like and J Mike like pretty much did it by himself. It's like it was easy. It was like incredibly easy. Just had to like show up and draft this bad team, and it was just so easy. Now it's like 6 divisions. So this is not necessarily easy. So I kind of feel bad for pushing more divisions to Scott Fish every year, because we are certainly a heavy on the ish influence.
He did it himself.
Yeah.
He
an ish
doesn't
influence.
name a number ever.
He doesn't. That's true.
No.
I just remember the one year where it was, I don't even remember what the number was, but we were like, so is it 1440 now? And he was like, yep. Just like
legit, like on the spot. Like, okay. Crazy.
Always on that ish-fluence, J Mike.
I like that. That was strong.
Come on.
Strong.
I'm excited though, man. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and Scott Fish last week? I guess it had to be. That was our last show back. He said, winner of this Best Ball-ish 2 Charity League gets an invite to SFB 12.
Facts. That happened.
Ain't bad. All right. So sign up for that. It's on J Mike's page. It's on my page. I'll keep retweeting it. Well, I don't know how much I'll keep retweeting it. We got to figure out the numbers, J Mike, and see how many spots are actually.
I'm pretty close.
Okay. All right.
I merge the two things together, and
I wanted to do that too, but the other one was still live, so I didn't know if I put them together, if it would mess up the live edition of other team. I just didn't want to touch it. I want to touch it. I didn't want to get fined, don't give me no gun.
Don't give me no gun.
Don't give me no Google sheet. All right. All right, J Mike, are you busy? Do you want me to outro you while you're getting busy yourself here? Yeah.
No. Sure. Go for it, man.
J Mike Check, JMIC Check on Twitter. He's a guy. He does podcasts. He reads phone books. Open bar word of the day. We got to bring that back. Holy cow! Where's the open bar word of the day?
opportunities.
Man, the return. Journal. No journal entry as of late, but sorta. And dummies. We got a dummy here in the flesh to say that they've been dummying down, talking things. So check J Mike on pods that actually matter. And I don't know. Did you write down any cute little handles? Should I come up with some for you or
Nope.
None of
Fully
those?
ready for that part.
Okay.
So again, major shout out to everybody who checked us out this evening. The open bar, the wide open bar. It was great to be able to meet new people, see Casey in the flesh for the first time, be able to kick it with Jay Henry. Shout out to the random lawyers out there holding it down from New York by the pool. We got to see Clint. We got to see Scott Fish. We got to see Trowbridge. There came when obviously Bob and Zach hanging out with us till the bitter end. If you're listening to this in podcast form, you are missing all of the fun that is Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern-ish. And we're grateful that you'd even check us out on podcast form. Shout out to the chat. Not even the so-called chat, just straight up chat, because y'all are legendary. Thank you for kicking it with us. Man, so good to see so many names in here that I hadn't seen for a minute. This was a absolutely fantastic night. And I think that we're gonna have to do this again, Gabe. This was a major success. So I'm on Twitter at JMikeCheck, at JMICCheck. Chose handles at the Open Bar Pod. You can find my main man, the host with the most, Bun G, Genius the MC, aka FF Busted Wide Open, aka FF Trade Edger, aka FF Rope-a-Dope, aka FF It's Our Anniversary, aka FF
You got him the same.
Third Host Henry, aka Draft F Bun, aka FF Sock Puppets, and last but not least, because we have to remember hashtag FF Remember the Chirp. Hey, remember the chirp. Hey, did you get that battery? Hey, yeah. Smoke detector chirp. Let's get it. He's on Twitter
every
at
day.
Man Bun.
Ever ready.
Forever
Said every
ready. On Twitter at FF Man Bun Gay. Take us home.
That's a frustrating thing, man. Those detectors.
Get you with that Nextel chirp.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to ever happen. You know, I didn't expect to bring a ladder onto the pod. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen here. J Mike might show up with a lawnmower. I might show up with a ladder. But the facts are is that we get busy. All right. We stay working. We're always, keeping the grass low here on the Open Bar. All right. We're always keeping the chirp on low here at the Open Bar. But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that unless you're here. J Mike has one last thing to say.
Yeah, I think I have this correct after
you got the numbers
list together, including myself, who's not currently on this list. I think we've got 77 signed up.
That's it?
77.
So we have 7 more.
7 more. We need 7 more.
So there were a few doubles then. There were like 3 or 4 doubles then.
I mean, there was like 7 Zach Reeds.
Yeah.
So I'm just kidding. There's only 2. But no, few doubles, so it's all good. So thank you all for confirming that you're signed up. Now that you're definitely signed up. We need 7 more. So tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your people now. Little Corey from around the way. Yeah, holla at us.
All right. Cool. I ain't got anything else. Actually, yeah, I do. Thank you to anyone and everyone that has asked me to do a fantasy football podcast intro for you, because that's been dope, and I've been getting back into it a little bit, and it's been a minute, and been dropping some. Shout out Bob for doing and Steven for doing the graphics for Mike, Daddy. Don't tell him I called him Daddy, but I called him Daddy, and hanging with Daddy coming soon. Got a little Devi Authority action. The Devi Authority. I like that one. I like that vibe. I don't know, man. Just cool. People keep asking, man. The list grows. The list grows, and I can't believe it. So I'm just grateful, and thank you. Thank you. That's all I got. And J Mike, we're going to be here next week, right? Promise? What's next week? The last day of August?
Last day of August, and I believe we have a couple people that want to join us. I haven't confirmed with them yet. So yeah, we may still, who knows how this will continue to unfold, but yes, I know of at least 2 folks who would like to join us.
All right. I like that. Sorry, the I don't know what happened, but a YouTube stream popped up in the middle of nowhere, and I got scared that like Bob was playing a intro or something. All right, cool. Yeah, people are interested. Maybe we'll do this again. I bet we'll do it again. We'll probably do it again. Who knows? That's why you have to, I don't know, watch and listen and be here for the open bar. The Open Bar Pod on Twitter, FF Man Bun on Twitter, J Mike Check on Twitter, Tacit Assassin 13 on Twitter, Bob Gilchrist FF on Twitter. This has been the Open Bar. This is a podcast. This is me saying goodbye. Go sock puppets. We are bros and deuces.